I want you to imagine something for a moment. Imagine standing up from a chair and feeling strong. Your legs don't shake, your knees don't complain. Your balance feels steady, confident, almost like it did years ago. Now imagine that feeling came not from long walks, not from pushing yourself outside when your joints hurt, but from one simple movement you can do safely at home. One movement that many seniors are afraid of. Yet it may be one of the most powerful tools you have after 60. I've sat across from thousands of older patients in my career. I've seen the same worry in their eyes. Doctor, I walk every day, but I'm still getting weaker. Or, I try to walk, but my knees hurt, my back aches, and I'm scared of falling. Some even whisper, is this just aging? Is this how it's supposed to be now? Let me tell you something gently and honestly. Weakness, poor balance, and loss of independence are not simply the price you must pay after 60. And walking, while helpful, is not always the best answer anymore. In fact, for many seniors, there is one simple squat-based workout that can be more effective than walking when it comes to protecting your legs, your balance, and even your ability to live independently. And no, I'm not talking about gym squats or heavy weights. I'm talking about a safe, controlled movement designed for aging joints and real bodies. If you stay with me until the end of this video, you'll understand why so many seniors walk every day yet still lose muscle, why your legs are the first place aging shows up, and how this one squat movement can quietly rebuild strength, stability, and confidence from the inside out. I'll also explain how to do it safely, who should avoid certain versions, and why this may change how you think about exercise forever. Now let's talk about the real problem most people don't explain clearly. After 60, your body changes in ways that are subtle at first. You don't wake up one day suddenly weak. It happens slowly. The muscles in your thighs and hips, the very muscles that help you stand up, climb stairs, and catch yourself if you trip, begin to shrink. This process is silent. You don't feel it happening. But one day, you notice it takes more effort to get out of a chair. Your steps feel shorter. Your confidence fades just a little. Most seniors are told the same advice. Just keep walking. And walking is good, don't misunderstand me. It helps the heart, it lifts mood, it keeps you moving. But walking alone does not challenge your muscles enough to stop age-related muscle loss, especially the muscles that matter most for preventing falls. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Many of the falls I see in people over 60 don't happen because they weren't walking enough. They happen because their legs were no longer strong enough to respond in a split second. Walking is forward motion. Life, however, is unpredictable. You need strength to stand, sit, turn, reach, and recover balance. That's where walking falls short. I remember a patient in her late 60s. She walked faithfully every morning, rain or shine. Yet she came to me after a fall in her kitchen. She said, "Doctor, I don't understand. I walk every day." When I watched her try to stand up from a chair without using her hands, everything became clear. Her walking endurance was fine. Her leg strength was not. This is where the squat comes in. And before you tense up or think, "I can't do squats," stay with me. Because the squat I'm talking about isn't about pushing pain or proving strength. It's about restoring a movement your body was designed to do. Safely. Every time you sit down or stand up, you're already squatting. The problem is, over time, many people stop using their legs properly. They rely on their hands, furniture, momentum. The muscles grow quieter. The brain forgets how to activate them efficiently. And slowly, confidence disappears. What makes this one squat workout so powerful is not how hard it is, but how honest it is. It trains the exact muscles you need for real life. It strengthens the thighs, hips, and core together. It improves balance because your body must coordinate itself, not just move forward like it does when walking. And there's something else, something rarely talked about. Squats send a strong signal to your nervous system. They remind your brain that your legs are capable. That connection between brain and muscle is critical after 60. Without it, even strong muscles don't respond quickly enough to protect you. If you've ever felt afraid of falling, if you've ever hesitated before standing up, if you've ever wondered whether walking is enough anymore, this conversation is for you. Because what I'm about to explain can change how safe, strong, and confident you feel in your own body. In the next part, I'm going to explain the simple science behind why this squat movement can outperform walking for leg strength, balance, and long-term independence. I'll also bust a few myths that may be holding you back without you even realizing it. Now let's slow things down and talk about why this works. Because once you understand the logic, the fear around this movement often disappears. As a surgeon, I was trained to respect the body's design. The human body is incredibly efficient, but it follows one simple rule: use it or lose it. After 60, this rule becomes unforgiving. The muscles that decline the fastest are not your arms or your calves. It's the large muscles in your thighs and hips. These muscles are your engine. They control standing, sitting, climbing stairs, and most importantly, catching yourself before a fall becomes a fracture. Walking, although beneficial for circulation and heart health, uses these muscles at a very low intensity. Think of it like idling a car engine. It keeps things running, but it doesn't rebuild power. Walking rarely forces your thighs and hips to work against your own body weight in a meaningful way. That's why so many seniors walk daily yet still struggle to rise from a chair without using their hands. Now let me explain the squat in the simplest way possible. A squat is a controlled sit down and stand up. That's it. No jumping, no rushing. When you lower yourself into a chair and stand back up using your legs, your thighs and hips must engage fully. Your core turns on to keep you stable. Your balance systems wake up because your center of gravity changes. This combination is incredibly powerful. You're not just exercising muscles. You're retraining movement patterns that aging slowly erases. Here's an important myth I want to gently clear up. Many people believe squats are bad for the knees. In reality, poorly done squats are bad for the knees. Avoiding squats altogether is often worse. When you stop training the muscles around the knee, the joint becomes less supported, not more protected. That's when pain and instability creep in. I've seen this repeatedly. Patients who avoided bending their knees for years out of fear ended up with weaker legs and more knee discomfort, not less. On the other hand, those who learned to do supported, shallow squats with good control often reported less pain over time, because their joints finally had muscular support again. Another myth is that balance improves by standing on one leg or walking carefully. Balance actually improves when your legs are strong enough to respond quickly. Strength comes first, balance follows. The squat addresses both at the same time, which is why it's so effective after 60. Let me give you a real-life example. Think about getting up from a low couch. Walking does not prepare you for that moment, but squatting does. Or think about missing a step on the stairs. Your ability to recover depends on how strong your thighs and hips are in that instant. Again, squats train that exact scenario. There's also a hormonal and metabolic benefit many people don't realize. When you activate large muscle groups like the thighs and hips, your body releases signals that support bone density, insulin sensitivity, and overall metabolic health. This is one reason strength-based movements are so valuable as we age. They don't just make you feel stronger. They help protect you internally. Now, I want to be very clear and very reassuring. This does not mean you stop walking. Walking is still wonderful. But walking alone is incomplete. It's like brushing your teeth but never flossing. You're doing something good, but you're missing a critical piece. The squat-based workout I'm talking about fills that gap. It tells your body, we still need these muscles. We still use them. Stay alive, and your body listens. In the next part, I'm going to walk you through how seniors can safely use this squat movement in daily life, how often to do it, what mistakes to avoid, and how to pair it with simple habits and foods that support stronger legs and joints. This is where everything becomes practical and doable, even if you haven't exercised in years. Now let's bring this into real life because understanding something is helpful. But knowing how to use it safely is what truly changes outcomes. I want you to forget the image of squats you may have in your mind. Forget gym mirrors, heavy weights, or bending until it hurts. The squat that helps seniors is gentle, controlled, and respectful of your body. In fact, it starts with a chair. The safest and most effective version for most people over 60 is a sit-to-stand squat. You sit down on a sturdy chair and then stand back up using your legs as much as possible. If you need your hands at first, that's okay. This is not about perfection. It's about participation. Over time, as your legs get stronger, your hands naturally become less necessary. Here's a small but important detail many people miss. Move slowly. When you lower yourself into the chair, take about 3 seconds. This slow lowering phase is where muscles get stronger and joints get protected. Rushing is what causes strain. Control is what builds confidence. Breathing matters too. Exhale gently as you stand up. It relaxes the body and reduces unnecessary tension. Holding your breath is one of the most common mistakes I see, and it often increases blood pressure and fear. Another mistake is doing too much too soon. Your muscles adapt faster than your joints. Start with just a few repetitions. Even 5 controlled sit-to-stands once or twice a day can be enough at the beginning. Remember, consistency beats intensity, especially after 60. Now let's talk about how this fits into your day. One of the best habits you can build is attaching this movement to something you already do. For example, every time you get up from a chair, do it with intention. Don't collapse. Don't push off aggressively with your arms unless you need to. Turn ordinary moments into quiet training sessions. This is how strong seniors stay strong without feeling like they're exercising. Diet also plays a role, and it doesn't have to be complicated. Your muscles need protein to rebuild. Many older adults simply don't eat enough of it. A small portion of protein with each meal supports muscle repair. Hydration matters too. Dehydrated muscles fatigue faster and feel weaker. Another overlooked habit is sleep. Muscles don't rebuild when you exercise. They rebuild when you rest. Poor sleep steals strength no matter how much you move. If your sleep is broken, your legs will feel heavier and weaker. Protecting your sleep is protecting your strength. Now let's address fear, because fear stops more progress than pain ever does. If you're afraid of falling while squatting, use support. Place a chair against the wall. Hold onto a countertop. There is no shame in support. In fact, smart support allows progress without injury. Pain is another concern. Mild muscle effort is okay. Sharp joint pain is not. If something hurts in a way that feels wrong, stop and adjust. The goal is to feel slightly challenged, not punished. One more common mistake is comparing yourself to others or to your younger self. Your body today deserves respect. Strength after 60 is not about looking impressive. It's about feeling capable, being able to stand up confidently, being able to move without fear, being able to trust your legs again. In the next and final part, I want to speak to you not just as a doctor, but as someone who has watched people regain independence and hope through small, steady changes. I'll help you see how this simple squat movement can become a symbol of strength, resilience, and control over your future. Let me leave you with something deeper than an exercise, because what we're really talking about here is not squats or walking. We're talking about independence. We're talking about dignity. We're talking about the quiet confidence that comes from knowing your body can still support you. I've seen patients in their 70s and even 80s change the direction of their lives with this simple movement. Not overnight, not dramatically, but steadily. A little stronger each week, a little more confident each month. And one day, they realize they're no longer afraid of standing up, of stairs, of losing balance. That fear slowly loosens its grip. A squat is more than a movement. It's a reminder. Every time you sit down and stand up with control, you are telling your body, I'm still here. I still use you. I still expect strength from you, and the body responds to that message at any age. Walking will always have a place in a healthy life. But after 60, strength becomes the foundation. Without strength, walking becomes fragile. With strength, walking becomes joyful again. The simple squat workout we talked about today restores that foundation. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. Aging does not mean giving up power. It means choosing smarter ways to keep it. Small daily actions, done consistently, can protect your future in ways that medicine alone never can. Start where you are. Use a chair. Move slowly. Breathe. Be patient with yourself. And trust that your body is listening, even if progress feels quiet at first. If this message helped you, take a moment to support the channel, like the video so more seniors can find it. Subscribe so we can continue walking this journey of healthy aging together, and I'd truly love to hear from you in the comments. Tell me how standing up feels for you today, and what you hope to improve. Your story matters more than you realize. Take care of your legs, because they carry your life forward. And remember, it's never too late to feel strong again.